What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We are live on stream. Got the boys with me. I'm super excited because what I thought I couldn't do, I'm doing, which is stream while I play. I thought the stream was causing the delay. Who knows what it is, but right now the gameplay is amazing. It was amazing last go where I won the tournament to qualify for this Tournament of Champions, where I just won the first round against another original tournament champion. Great connection. But I started off the game literally by giving my opponent, as we watch the recap, a goal off a goal kick. Literally pressed the wrong button and sent my players away, or so it seems. So that was a great start. But after that, for this being my first game of the day, I kind of had to get warmed up. We go down 2-0 right there. So it wasn't looking too good for the start. As you see, that was the second goal. Pretty bad defending. He was probably thinking he was running away with it, and if I kept playing like that, he would have. But we got our bearings straight, and we had some fun in this game. Don't ask me why there's a 7-minute highlight of his goalie celebrating, but there is. So why I'm making this video is because I want to go over the different player roles that I used, mixing it up, and also I want to highlight the players I used because ratings mean 0 this year more than ever. So we saw them go up 2-0. So let's go to our first goal and see what we can get here. Ball down the left side with, who is that, Dolan? Yep, so Doku's on the back. Dolan's my cam. All right, you see all the way out right is Casarino, who's playing winger, right? Usually she'll cut in. But the second thing I want you to see, Labanta. She's my box crasher. Look here at the top of the box, right? Now watch how this one works out. Easily to Wilson. But for some reason, right, let's just say this attack didn't go through. His defender took the right angle and I had to turn it out. And let's say I had to play to Doku here, right? Let's say I had to play to Doku here, right here, and then come around this way. Labanta will come back, right? Once we're not driving towards the goal, if I swing this out to Doku, Labanta as a box crasher will now start dropping back. What will that allow me to do? Play Doku. And the one good thing about having a winger instead of an inside forward is instead of being stuck in this area where it's easier to defend, I would pull the ball out, box crasher, and I could slide it in. Either player lock and make that run sharper, or just play it to feet over here to pull the defense out. Then I could come right back in and then up to Sophia, or right back in and maybe over to Dolan, who's recovering, right? This was the most simple route, as we've seen here, and Sophia Wilson with the easy finish, but having that winger and box crasher helps so much. Why is that a good combo? Because if I would have my right winger, who's Casarino, as an inside forward, she would be cramping the space that Labanta or whoever your box crasher is coming into, right? You have a winger and a box crasher on the same side, and what will happen is your box crasher goes running past and will either take the mark away from your winger, or sometimes you'll go all the way over to your winger as your box crasher is coming through, and you'll be able to slip them through when they're just worried about your winger, thinking you're either going to drive the byline or cut around to finesse shot it. Winger and box crasher, a deadly combination not enough people are using. For CDM, they're going with deep line playmakers, box to box, or holding mids, right? So that's goal number 1. We go to the next goal. And as I discuss these goals, you guys just saw me play 3 games in UFL. You guys can see the difference, right? You guys can see the difference. I mean, I don't have to really go into it, but let's go into this next goal. Wait, was this the same one? Or did I score the same way twice? Nope. Okay, so they have 2 highlights of my same goal. Interesting. I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but here's a beautiful goal here. So let's watch this. So I want to point something out. The reason why center half is so useful, no one's using it. Everyone's going deep line playmaker or holding, or box, or one box to box, or one box crasher. Some people are using box crasher, but not enough. It should be the meta, not 2 deep line playmakers or 1 holding, 1 deep line, right? Because look at Williams here, by the way. She can get back. Look at this. She can get back. But look where Ward-Prowse is coming from. He has center half plus, and what he does is defensively, or when we have the ball, he sits back in between here, and then Williams goes crashing the box. But when we're working the ball around in this area, Williams won't just run away. She'll be there. And when we have the ball, Ward-Prowse is in this area. Now, what I love is him coming from that central area between the two center backs as a center half plus. It allows him to be in a good area. He's never chasing. He's always in front of the ball. So unfortunately, it doesn't go back enough, right? I think I can hide this. Yep. It doesn't go back enough, but he's coming from between the center backs, and watch what happens. It's almost like he didn't expect a midfielder there, isn't it? Boom. Now look at Doku here. Wilson's offside. Doku, perfect line to get through. And by the way, 81 rated Doku, I would take him over Swanson. I'm probably going to start playing him. I got to see him in more games, but man, was he effective, right? And I mean, look at this. A lot of players in this situation, guys, and you guys know this, would hit that at the goalie, right? That was nice and slick and not even a real good angle. Look again. I don't even know if he has finesse shot or not. You know what I mean? All right, so center half plus to get a marker back for when you have box crasher. That way, it's even better than holding because you're always coming. They can't counter right past you and be through. You're always going to have that one midfielder that's going to come out from the depths between your center backs. Then your center backs close the gap where your midfielder was, and they get tighter. Not to mention, I like that it pushes your wingbacks out wider. For some reason this year, your wingbacks, even unbalanced, right? They come too close to the point where it's hard to swing the ball around or switch. When you have that center half, it spreads your center backs and also spreads your wingbacks. Then, don't forget, let's rewind, right? You see Reese coming in, but when we win the ball, look where he goes. I want to stop it. He becomes my CDM, guys. Look, let's say they stole the ball there. And look, let's say Williams somehow gets this. Boom. And then she loses it, right? Now Reese isn't all the way out wide right. He's my CDM, okay? So then if you're wondering, well, what about that long ball behind him? Well, look, Morgan's now pushed over far enough. She can go and cover for Reese. Then when she does that, you still have Ward-Prowse back there. And by the time she covers and just holds things off, Reese can recover, Williams can recover. The recovery is very good for these defensive players. So utilize these other roles, right? In this particular game, I have Ward-Prowse at center half. He has a center half plus. But the other two don't even have the role plus or plus plus. I just put Casarino at winger and Williams at box crasher, and they both do amazing. Last year wasn't the case. This year it is. So pay attention to those roles, man. They're huge. Play around with all the different roles and see what fits your play style. Let's see his goal in the 69th. I think this was his lucky one. From what I remember, he got a lot of trashy goals. Let's see. That was good. That was good, man. I think my defender was turned around weird. Yeah, hold on. What did I not like here? Oh, I didn't like Van de Ven. Look at this by Van de Ven. Look at Van de Ven. Bro, you got to turn. Look, he didn't even ever turn. That's what I was upset about. I remember being like, what is my defender? Look at Van de Ven here. Watch Van de Ven. It's like he got caught in the twilight. Oh, somebody was talking about their defenders turning around. Was that Shofar? Who in Discord, guys, was talking about it? And I go, yep, it happens. It sucks. It was either Shofar or it might have been Kami. But there's nothing. He was like, what can you do? I said, there's nothing, dude. It's just shitty. Look, this is what he was talking about, guys. Bro, yeah, you got turned inside out right here with the pass. All you do is turn all the way around. Swing your right arm all the way around towards the ball, and then your right foot's jockeying in the back. Your left foot's closest to the player with the ball, and you might even be able to stick your foot out like his defenders were. So I think that lower defensive awareness can get you sometimes. At least I'm guessing. Maybe it is truly a glitch, and higher rated defenders do it too. I don't know, but that was goofy. If he defends that right, we have a much better chance. And then Morgan was in the right spot, but it's kind of like she expected Van de Ven to do more, and he was just it was like controlling somebody that couldn't even play, right? I mean, look at his movement. So, I don't know. Not his fault, but not Better defending and that stopped. So here we go, my box crasher scores here. So let's see what happens. All right, so you see Ward-Prowse, another steal from in. He's a beast at intercepting and making tackles. He's a beast. Might as well have 90 defense. I'm serious. So let's see this. Wilson, good touch. Let's see what she does. Look at that run. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Look at Labanta's run. And I keep calling her Williams because Williams is my full squad. She's my box crasher. But watch this run. This is Labanta. 80 rated Labanta. Look at this. Doesn't have a roll plus in this. Wilson to feet. Manually, I switched to Labanta right now. Right? Because I wanted to make sure she stayed on sides here. And watch this. Look at that timing. And watch the finish, guys. I mean, guys, come on. You can almost see when I manually switch to her. Boom. Touch. Hit. Guys, that's called professional. Now, why did I player lock? She was making the run herself, right? Well, watch. I wanted to time it perfectly, right? If there's a little delay, if she changes her mind, you never know. AI does goofy stuff. So I knew it. It was a great run, but I wanted to time it and be in control. Boom, boom. And because I was already in control of the player, I took a touch and hit. Nice, Phil. I love it. Yeah, that long ball is beastly. I mean, that's a beautiful goal. Look at that run. Not to mention, without switching to her, I don't think she would have went diagonal. Look. I mean, boys, that was sick. That was sick. All right, and we get another one here. That was to tie the game up in the 80th. And let's see our game-winning goal here. Wilson's through. Oh, this is that finish. Now I want you to think about finishing this with precision shooting. This is where I got to give myself a pat on the back here, boys. Look at this. No angle. He tries to bump me here. Let me tell you a little secret. When you're these smaller players and these defenders are going for you and they're just behind you, they're going to out-physical you every time. So don't let their longer strides catch you. As soon as they're shoulder to shoulder, take your touch sharp almost into them. A little bit in front of them, but into them. Just like your coach will teach you in real game. They can't run where your space is. If they run you over, it's a PK, right? So as soon as I see, his big strides are catching me, he's going to go for a shoulder barge or a tackle here. I take a touch to, it would be her, with the way she's facing, it would be like her, let's call it 4 o'clock, right? So right towards, who is that? Militao, right towards his front foot. Now look, boom. What does that do? It puts me and the ball in an area where he cannot win it, right? It pushed the ball out to where it's out of his reach, but what is in his reach is the player. So he's either going to give me a PK or this is going to happen. He's cooked, right? Now watch it in fast motion. He's gaining on me with the long strides. Boom. If I keep that touch going straight, I'm eventually going to have to turn it towards goal, or I'm going to have to stop and cut it back like everyone does. Nope. Watch what I do. Boom. Touch it in. I guarantee he was expecting me to keep going straight and then try to cut it back, at which time he would have stopped and then tried to run into the pass or steal the ball before I could come around, right? For a finesse shot. But we still got problems because I have no angle here, right? I have no angle whatsoever. Let's see if we can get a different angle of this. Yep, maybe not. There it is. Perfect. Perfect. So you see here, instead of going straight and then turning around for the finesse, right here, right there. So you can see it. She almost like glitch turns right here. I push it into him. Boom. So now he's either going to take me out or boom, I get through. Now watch this. Beautiful play by the goalie. I mean, look at that angle, guys. There's nothing there. Here's where I toot my own horn. Bink. That's manual. Manual finishing, boys. Skill prevails. One more time and fast. Boom, boom, boom. And that's why I love FC. Because there's so much more skill gap than these other games, guys. So much more skill gap. Something I am sick of is high quality products with great materials being a dime a dozen items that everybody else has. If I'm spending money for the best items, I want to be unique, and I know you do too, so I found a great opportunity. If you go to my YouTube bio, next to that Discord link where it says 5 more links, you click there, then you scroll down and you will see the new OG Gamester merch. You click in there and you will find only the highest quality products done right. Unique shirts, unique trucker hats, unique hoodies. You can join our email list so you can not only become part of exclusive drops, but you can leave messages to provide your feedback on what products you want to see next. Guaranteed to be the highest quality, guaranteed to be the best materials so you can continue your collection. Whether you want to support the channel or just want some high quality, unique products, either way, I got you covered. Make sure you follow that link in the YouTube bio and get you the best merch, the most iconic logo, and celebrate the rite of passage that is becoming an OG. So that's that. Use the player roles. Look into the different playstyles. Think outside the box. Don't worry about ratings. You've seen this team right here. I'll show you them in a second. Nowhere near, as far as rating goes, my full team, right? However, they did just as good, if not better sometimes. But, I mean, Doku's 80 rated with 71 shooting, guys. You saw us shooting. I mean, he was a beast. He was a beast. And this is a tournament of champions, so that guy is at least decent to have won the tournament. Same with Casarino. I think she's like 9 or 10K. Way cheaper than Rodman. And she's a beast. 93 pace. I mean, you could put finisher on her if you wanted. Or marksman. Right? Now, obviously, Sophia Wilson is one of the best in the game. Does that help? Of course. Dolan's amazing. This Labonta card, 82 rated, she is amazing. I mean, bro, look at those stats. How is she even 82? Oh, it's because CDM, she only has wide half. Which basically she becomes like a wingback almost. But she played Box Crasher great. And Williams is the same. She was a beast, guys. If you need to link up your Rodman or even like a Pulisic with an American, I mean, I strongly recommend Labonta. And Ward-Prowse. Center half plus. Or even, guys, if you want to play him as a deep line playmaker or a holding mid, whatever. I mean, dude, he's got center back as an option. I guarantee he'd be a beast there. He's just one of those players. Let me know how she does. But yeah, so make sure you guys aren't just following all the sheep in this stupid player base. This game has the most, like, weak, sheep, dull-minded group of people I've ever seen. Across the world, the players who play this game, there's some cool ones. And that's who I'm hoping joins this community, because there's so many losers that just follow the crowd, and it's so easy for these content creators to make their clickbait crap. If you would just take your own time to read through the player roles and play styles and then go and practice them in squad battles, guys, I'm telling you, you will see, right? So go check out my videos on it. I go through the ones that I love, the ones that are slept on, but I strongly encourage you to check them out yourself too, and use the ones that fit your team. If you're using the 4-2-1-3 and 2 holding and 2 inside, and it works for you, great, then keep using it. It is powerful, but there's better options, guys. When it was 4-2-1-3, 2 inside forwards in the seams, and then the cam making runs as a shadow striker, and then deep line playmaker holding, or double deep line playmaker. And they would just be looking to play these. It was so predictable. The opponent knew. Everyone knew what was coming. Now, Casarino will stay out wide. Box Crasher comes right in between these two. You now have that long switch if you need it. Doku cuts in, right? But at the same time, because Ward-Prowse comes back in between these, James is sitting here as a CDM and can play this triangle with the cam, or I can get Udogi involved as well, right? As Ward-Prowse is sitting in between here, I can get, when Doku cuts in, I can manually pull Udogi up too to take over that left winger side. And I'll still at least have 3 back with Van de Ven and Morgan and Ward-Prowse in between. Not to mention James sitting right in here as a true CDM, because he's a false back and he's got it at ++, which means his movement is just golden. I mean, there's so many options, guys. Another one I like Classic 10 right here too. But, hear me out. Yesterday I did this. I did Classic 10, so this player kind of sits there as a wall passer. Then I did Box Crasher here, Center Half Plus here, but here I did Inverted Wingback. I tried it with the Shadow Striker because I wanted only this Classic 10 in the middle. If you do inverted, I'll show you real quick. If you do inverted wingback in build up, they turn into a cam. In attack, Shadow Striker. See where it says Central Playmaker, Shadow Striker. So it's more like a cam Playmaker or a cam Shadow Striker. So I did the attack one, okay? So, yeah, I did inverted wingback, attack. So then this player would stay there as a wall passer. Ward Prowse would be, let's say where Pickford is. These three are here. So Udogi's making a run in. Lebanta's making a run. Okay? Then I had Casarino staying as a wide option. Then, because I had this as inverted wingback, I put Doku on winger as well. So these two stayed out wide. He came rushing up. And I had runners on either side of Wilson, but they were coming from deep. So I would do a long switch to Casarino. And next thing you know, Udogi's taking off running. Casarino then could slip it into Labanta. And then by the time she slipped into Labanta, they would be covering Wilson. I had Udogi at the back post wide open. It was so much fun, guys. I mean, and Udogi recovered great too, right? So I'll have to show you some of it, but you guys should get out there. I encourage you, practice these on your own. So again, if you want it as your all-out attack, it can work. Two wingers, same 4-2-1-3, but wingers, center half plus. Here, watch this. I'll go do it, and then I just won't save it. Check this out. So I went, check how sick this was. And he has it as plus, guys. Attack. Okay. False back defend. Box crasher. Center half plus. Perfect. But then this was winger attack. Winger, so they're sitting up. And this was classic 10. Okay. So you see Ward Prowse in between Morgan and Van de Ven. Labanta, it shows her sitting back, but boom. She would actually be between Wilson and Casarino. Then Udogi would be between Doku and Wilson. Okay? Dolan would sit there as a wall passer. So I would literally go Labanta to Dolan, and Labanta would take off, then I'd swing it out to Doku. Or I'd go Labanta to Dolan, and then Dolan would lay it to James, who now comes up, and James would go through to Labanta now. Or through to Udogi. I mean, think about that, guys. This is so insane. You just got to have good connection. That's the one thing. Because all these losers that try to do this, that, and the other, the minute you can play full throttle, it don't matter. I mean, guys, I don't think that player meant to. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But he had a couple cheap goals. Even just that one tackle back one, let's say. Right? Let's even say that there's some glitch where I did the right thing, wasn't an idiot pressing the wrong button on that goal kick. Let's say he did glitch his way to score that. Let's just make it up. I still was able to play great football and come back and win, and that's the whole point.